Saturday, Monday evening to watch this match. There were no tickets available for the main stand with about 2 hours to go. And by the looks of things, the house full notices will be posted at Wilderspool tonight. Crowds are up 50% here to watch Darrell van der Veld's men. Crowds up in Super League, the game is booming, and Steve-O, with referee Russell Smith in charge, this should be an absolute belter.
Without doubt, and you've got to look to the experience on both sides. Alan Langer loves nothing better than to play in front of full houses. Big night for Sean Long. What a battle it'll be in the half-back position.
Roper catches the kick-off. Tuilangi missed with the first attempt. Stankovic and Iro were in pretty quickly. The key to tonight's match is which of the two teams have recovered the better after the Good Friday extravaganzas. Warrington won at Halifax. St Helens, as you saw with us in that thriller on Sky Sports, beat the Wigan Warriors.
That's why it's such a psychological lift if you can get points on the board, especially early in this game. Langer going for the big kick.
It's collected by Anthony Sullivan, 10 metres from his own posts. Andrew G was leading the charge. He didn't actually get the tackle in. Danny Nutley did.
Good chase, though, by Warrington. Langer already making an impression on this game. His kicking today will be so important. Oh, that was a high one. Toa Koilov went right into Chris Joint. Chris Joint would have felt that. Watch the arm, and that was intentional. It was not just a grab. He could walk for this. That is extremely dangerous. Toa Koilov will be very fortunate if he stays on the field. Surely at least they'll give it on report.
Well, the referee is going to put that on report. And Alan Langer told to sort Toa Koilov out. So Toa Koilov goes on report 1.5 minutes into this match here at Wilderspool. It was a reckless challenge, but that's something for the disciplinary people to decide upon over the course of the next week.
Well, the only thing that I perhaps think that saved him from staying on the paddock is that it is so early in the game, or that the referee Russell Smith did not have a good view of it, but it certainly was a swinging arm.
Sean Long gets the pass away to Chris Joint. Looks like he's fully recovered. A good drive in there from him on Steve Blakely. This now is Tuilangi. Had a wow of a game, didn't he, on Friday against Wigan? Mind you, they all did. Perolini. Good strong run from Perolini, getting to within 5 metres of that Warrington line. Cunningham to Sean Long. Long the dummy, and Long gets the first try. St Helens pick up where they left off against Wigan on Good Friday, and Sean Long is the man. Terrific try from Sean Long.
He wanted to try to get the ball out wide. He could see that all the runners were covered, and he was left with no option but to just shimmy the body and went straight through. That was poor defence. Warrington will be disappointed with that. Not the best attempt there by Ian Knott. And Sean Long gleefully accepts the 4 points. He looked for a long ball out wide there. They failed to fill in. It was a huge gap. Didn't get anywhere near it. Look at the smile. The Saints, as Eddie has mentioned, has carried on from Good Friday.
50 tries now for St Helens. What a strike rate. Only 89 games. Sean Long, one of the brightest stars that this great game has got at the moment. Now then, 7 goals from 9 against Wigan. Misses with his first attempt here tonight. But St Helens have first blood, 4-0.
Two went back on the inside, sliding defence, hanging around. If you're going to go low, you've got to make sure you've got it. He went on the outside of 2 would-be tacklers. Not a happy situation for Darrell van der Veld. Not the start. But it's all happy-go-lucky for this guy, Ian Millward. Still unbeaten in Super League.
Yes, still unbeaten in Super League and not a bad record in his coaching career, Ian Millward. 75% success rate for him. He revitalised the Lee Centurions, and after he did that, he has come over to Knowsley Road and has breathed life into the champions. Well, this is the head-to-head between the two sides since 1973. St Helens with overwhelming advantage and a narrow lead in matches here at Warrington as well.
We witnessed on Friday the different style that Saints have produced under the leadership of Ian Millward. They are ever so keen to make sure that their forwards do the heavy work down the middle, but their ability between the two halfbacks, Martin and Long, to keep this ball alive is quite outstanding.
Diagonal kick, but straight into the arms of John Roper on the bounce, and the Warrington man driving it in, picking out Tommy Martin, but with help from Perolini. Roper brought to ground. Now here is Lee Penny, the fullback. Fourth consecutive appearance as last line of defence for Warrington. Blakely, out wide it goes to McCurry. McCurry's found a gap.
Good job that Iro made it go on the outside. Good work from McCurry. Valuable meters down the blind side there. They were a little bit slow getting sorted out, Saints.
Blakely on to Langer. Langer then to Ian Knott with the head guard. And he's knocked it on. Ferocious challenge by Joint and Cunningham. And Warrington spill the ball.
That was a feature that was displayed in Graham and Good fighting against Wigan. They really are doing some crunching tackles there. And you could see clearly that Joint didn't go for the football. It was just the impact that dislodged that ball.
Joint is almost away, and Ian Knott managed to get to him, and not working hard at the marker position. That's Sean Hoppy.
Great work from the second rower, Knott.
Well, he's the man who gave St Helens this possession, because he dropped the ball. Stankovic felt that from Toa Koilov. That was a perfectly legal challenge. And that was a bit high again on Julian O'Neill from Koilov, but across the shoulder.
Well, he's
have to
fired
watch
up.
his technique.
Is he ever? Toa Koilov is really fired up for this game.
So is this fellow, Sean Long. Meets Koilov. Koilov grabs him to the ground. Sean Hoppy's in a dummy half. He then finds Tommy Martin. Left boot from Martin. High kick. This is a real tester for Lee Penny. He spilled it. Iro collects, gives it to Paul Wellens. Wellens fancies a chance. And that was good defence in the end from Lee Penny. He made the error, but he cleaned up.
Well, it wasn't the best attempt to try to defuse the bomb. Never anywhere near it, under a lot of pressure. Good work from Iro and good thinking.
Well, the boos in the background as you watch the race between Penny and Wellens. There's a penalty now to St Helens for that, I think.
Taken out.
Tuolangi was taken out by Roper.
Off the ball incident. Warrington fans don't like it, but that could be a bitter blow. Tuolangi in absolutely sensational form. He won't be if he keeps limping like that. Roper. Well, full credit to Lee Penny, but Roper's surely given away a gift 2 points. He really was nowhere underneath this. Under a lot of pressure from Smith. Iro did well. This is the incident. Oh, he took him out completely. Now, why on earth don't they look at the situation of putting a guy in the sin bin? Completely missed it. Smith certainly did not interfere. He arrived a few seconds after the fullback had actually touched it with his fingertips. This surely is a gift too.
Sean Long, he always seems to do well against Warrington. 75 points in the last 4 Super League meetings and 6 more here tonight. Warrington 0, Sean Long 6. The champions are in great form under Ian Millward.
Positive start, he'll be pleased with that. Not so sure he'll have the same things going through his mind. Darryl van der Velde, as I mentioned just at the kickoff, so important for a side when they're backing up so early after tough games over the weekend to get the points on the board early. Saints have certainly done that.
Blakely restarts, Martin collects the kickoff, tips it on then to Perolini. Perolini and Nicow and Nutley, and also in there with Steve McCurry. Long releases the pass to Wellens before he hits the deck.
Well, that just shows you the confidence that's running through the veins of these St. Helens players. Right under your own sticks, he misses that. Oh, Stankovic has dropped it.
Warrington have swooped, it's with Langer. This is a golden opportunity for Warrington to get the scoreboard ticking. Good hands, and Blakely a lovely step, but defence the key for Perolini then. This now is Farah, he finds Nicow. Nicow releases it again. Farah retains possession for his club, but not without the attention of Sean Long. Here is Langer, on it goes to G. G then to Knott. Knott to Penny, he's joined in. Penny will score! We thought this could be a corker of a match, and these two sides have started brightly. Warrington soaked up the pressure early, conceded the try, looked very shaky, but Penny has hit back, and they've now got their supporters on their feet. This game could go one way or the other tonight.
Big mistake by Saints. Stankovic coming up with a knock-on. I mentioned the fact that Saints were confident trying to keep the ball alive in their own quarter, but they have paid the price on this occasion. Beautiful dummy there, right back on the inside. Sean Hoppy, he went on the outside. As soon as he threw the dummy here, shot back on the inside. Penny, that's a great try. Stankovic, the man who missed the tackle late on. He's the man that came up with a mistake.
Lee Penny scored a try in the last home game against Leeds. Now has 3 for the season. The Warrington fullback. These crowds this year are flocking to Super League, particularly here at Wilderspool, where the club has done a wonderful job to tempt new supporters to the game. 50% increase. The big screen with Steve Blakely's face on it as he takes aim and hits the post. Well, the game is booming. Warrington 4, St Helens 6, and with matches like this, it's no wonder.
See, Stankovic has just taken the outside run. They failed to fill in. Bang! On the inside. Excellent work. Fullback fully deserved that 4-point.
And that will steady the ship for Warrington, Steve-O.
Certainly will.
They were in danger of being run off their feet.
Well, a bit of overconfidence certainly by this St Helens outfit, but full credit to them. They're wanting to keep this ball alive, but find a big hole for the big second rower, John Stankovic. Came up with a mistake, knock on very early in the tackle count, only on the second tackle.
Drive forward by Danny Nutley. Tuolangi looks as though he's completely recovered from the knock. Langer gets it wide to Knott. Knott then on to Toa Koilovi. Brush it away from Long. Long comes back and gets him with Joint's second effort.
Long went far too high.
Penalty for Warrington.
Play the ball. Chris Joint, the culprit. I'm not so sure that Chris Joint didn't do this on purpose. Well, he got in the second occasion, and there again he went high. Joint pushing, interfering.
Now Andrew G. He got to bed at 6 o'clock this morning. His wife gave birth to their third baby, a boy, Jacob Matthew. Congratulations to him. What a day it would be if Warrington could come up with a win as well. And they're, at the moment, looking good with Blakely. And Blakely threw the dummy, and St Helens would not be fooled. Well, Ira wouldn't be anyway.
Nice run around there with Nicow.
Here's Langer. Langer to Nutley. Nutley saw a gap, and it was quickly closed by Joint and by O'Neill. Here now is Farah, on then to Langer. G gets a try! Andrew G gets the try. Russell Smith blows the whistle, gets it. Andrew G. Well, he only got to bed at 6 a.m. this morning after all night in the hospital with his wife while she gave birth to the baby. What a day for Andrew G. He's given Warrington the lead.
What a way to wet the baby's head. Superb run here. Watch for Langer. This is an outstanding delayed short pass. This is the reason why Langer was classed as one of the greatest footballers of all time. You may think it wasn't much, but the way that he sucked in the defence and just offloaded. Watch his body language, in and out. It attracts the defence. And Andrew G delightfully sets this Wilderspool crowd alight with a fantastic finish.
It's the Brisbane connection. Langer to G. Langer, the former captain of the Brisbane Broncos. G, the captain of Brisbane last year. Now both very much part of the heartbeat of this Warrington club. And they've given Warrington Wolves the lead after a terribly shaky opening 5 or 6 minutes. And that will please their coach, Darryl van der Velde. The way they've come back up off the canvas and they've fought back. Blakely with the conversion. He doesn't miss those. 10-6 from 6-0 down.
One step, one swivel of the body. It attracts the defender. The short pass. Wonderful stuff. He just attracted the hooker Cunningham. The gap was there, and he has all the strength in the world as Andrew G. Oh, he's come up with a big one.
Danny Nutley.
What a mistake.
Bounced right in front of him, and Nutley put the ball down. Should have taken it.
Well, it's an amazing thing, rugby league at times. You're on a high, and a few seconds later, you're putting yourself under pressure.
Well, he missed 5 last year, Danny Nutley, but he's not missed many in his Warrington career. The only games he has missed in 3 years, those 5. Knock on! Knock on!
Wasn't the best play of the ball. You can't really blame Sean Hoppy. It was an atrocious attempt. The big fella there, well, it 3 goes at it. I'm not so sure how he got a knock on out of it either. It was off the boot. Well, it's been badly done to there. Didn't see any fingertips there, but it wasn't the best play of the ball from the big fella Kevin Iro.
Oh!
Big hit.
And its first knock on, I think, against St Helens. It was, oh no, it was head-high tackle against Sean Hoppy on Coe Love.
Well, he
First one to the face, just swiped him.
didn't get the flat of the hand, or was it the fingertips? Either way, a bit of a ticking off from the official Russell Smith.
Hoppy the culprit.
Well, Warrington, that fight back certainly has the Saints rattled.
Wasn't much in it, to be fair. He just sort of swiped across his face, but did enough to dislodge the ball as well.
Yep, he gave him a facial on the run. Send him to Bill later. And there you can see that
He got a couple of scratch marks down the right-hand side of the temple there.
I think they may be old ones, Eddie, but you never know.
You've studied their faces too carefully, I think.
Usually a little bit of claret comes through that. Hi, O'Neill. Well, Russell Smith, how many times now? This is going to get completely out of hand. We've already seen Toa Love put on report. O'Neill with
the blood from his nose now.
No doubt about it. That's a bad one. That is a bad one.
Well, if the first one went on report, Steve-O, that one
Of
should.
course it should. Got to bring them over.
And he's going to do it, I think. He's got the touch
He's
judge
got
in
to.
from the far side.
Fair's fair.
Chris, I put it on the ball, the tackle, it's a nice tackle. Julian, you've got to take heed from that and make sure we've got the more. Keep going on. Okay? I'm telling you.
That's on report. Julian O'Neill on report. Coe Love. 17 and a half minutes gone. O'Neill's on his way to the blood bin. I mean, Steve-O, this on report rule is a very, very good one because it allows the referees to let, if you like, other people make the decision out of the heat of battle, but
I'll agree with that on one condition. Whoever goes high next, if it's a bad one, see you later.
Blakely, off the chest of Nikau, put it down. Stankovic has it back for St Helens.
It was there as well. The loose forward Nikau had the chance. Stankovic had gone right across. There was a huge gap there. That's the second occasion that they caught out the second row of Stankovic.
Oh, Smith is penalised. He was trying to play the ball not on the mark. Penalty to Warrington in front of the sticks.
Well, he deserves to be penalised. He does it all the time. He wriggles, He tries to get the penalty, and on this occasion, he's being caught. And it's no good looking bemused. He does it all the time, this fella.
Referee's got his hand in the pocket, and Chris Joint is in the sin bin for disputing the decision. Obviously said something out of turn to Russell Smith, and the referee has decided that the St Helens captain will take 10 minutes to cool his temper.
Well, it amazes me. We've been talking about it for the last 3 or 4 games, Eddie. Players, especially the captains, talking back to the referee, especially an experienced one like Russell Smith.
Well, he won't have it, will he? If they say something out of turn, he goes to his back pocket. It's frustration, though, for the players. Frustration on show, although Blakely has handed the extra 2 points. 12-6 Warrington lead. It is frustrating. There's been a lot of high shots, as we've seen. Few are on report, and then St Helens believe the penalty should not have been given against them.
They're not in charge, Eddie. They get paid to play rugby league football. He's arguing there. As the captain, he is allowed to go and request and have a little bit of a chat. Not point, shout, take charge of the game.
That was the 4th penalty in a row that went against St Helens, and that obviously had frustrated Chris Joint even more.
The thing that worries me, we see it in other sports, we don't want it in our sport. Referees being pushed, shoved, shouted at, yelled at. Come on, this is our game, the greatest game.
I'm sure Ian Millwood will echo those sentiments. Blakely, oh, that's a bad kick.
It's a shame really, because Blakely, the experience showing there, they could see that no one was at home. And I mean, nobody. Look at that, acres of space.
I think he was looking for a 40-20 possibility there. As it is, he went 40 straight into the dugout.
Well, he could see there that Paul Wellens, the fullback, was in absolute no man's land there. Oh, what are they doing?
Knock on. It came off Sean Long, it went forward.
Well, St Helens they're not going to win this game by just having a running battle with the referee. He leads forward, so therefore it's a forward pass, scrum down. Martin wasn't tackled, he did the right thing, and that's it. Hoppy had his hand in front.
Forward pass, you're right, not a knock-on, forward pass. Langer to Penny, taking on young Wellens. Wellens, number 17 there in white for St Helens, had the game of his life on Friday.
Well, this is a point in time where the new coach from St Helens, Ian Millwood, really has to stand up and show how good a coach he is. This is the first time really since he's arrived at Knowsley Road that a team has put his side under real big pressure. And the first thing he's got to do is send out the message, keep your traps shut, all of you.
Quick play the ball, Farah to Langer. Nickel all over Langer. Langer about 5'6". Nickel on that occasion looked about 7'2". Good kick all along the ground. Grubber kick from Blakely. Finds touch this time.
Well, it is those for breakfast. That is wonderful tactics by Steve Blakely. He knows that St Helens are rattled. He knows that if you can pin them down in their own quarter, we've already witnessed the fact that Saints are so positive in keeping the ball alive in their own quarter. They've come up with one mistake already. They could do it again.
Iro ran strong on Friday, looking to run strong again. Gave it to his New Zealand teammate once upon a time, Sean Hoppy. Having the devil's own job putting him down.
Well, that's got to be a penalty. Well, what did you have to do?
Cunningham, good run. Hauled down by Knott.
Well, Toa love there was like Roy Rogers.
Long, Wellens had to apply the brakes, taking on Langer. And Tommy Martin to Ilangi. Ilangi goes down. We'll get an explanation from Steve-O in a moment about the Roy Rogers reference. And Chris Smith this time played it at the right spot. Huge up and under from Tommy Martin. Penny's after it. Penny claims it this time. tackle is not completed. Now it is.
Took it well there. Must have been a nervous jump as well. Remember, it was nowhere near the first one.
Okay, Steve-O, Roy Rogers, explain.
He used to ride a horse, and that is exactly what Toa Koilov was doing on the back of one of the players. All he needed was a stirrup.
Hi-ho, Silver, or Sean Hoppy.
Roy Rogers, I said.
Well, the Hoppy horse then. Great kick.
Times like this, I wish I had a trigger. Double battles. That's the trigger I'm thinking of. Fine kick though this. Look at that.
That's a 40-20.
They are really turning the screws.
Gotta make sure that we got the throw on that tackle, that's all okay. I know that would have cost, don't follow through.
How long will Mr. Smith's patience last? He's having a running battle with every one of these players.
He is. A lot of talking. Langer feeds the scrum after the 40-20. This is Blakely. Blakely collared by Stankovic and Wellens. Langer again taking control from dummy half. Nikau! Great defence from Tuilangi. That will lift St Helens. He's got the knock on. That really will lift St Helens' spirits. Won't do much for Tawera Nikau.
Well, I nicknamed the exercise missile last Friday. And he has got him zoned in. Mr. Radar, come here. Tawera Nikau was the target. They need something.
This is Iro. Back on the inside it goes to Hoppy. Did I hear you right? Was Tuilangi an exercise missile?
Tuilangi? Oh, this is getting worse.
Here's Sonny Nicol now. 5 metres short of the halfway line. Cunningham away from G. Wellens! Oh, what a great ball! Great ball to Tuilangi. Great ball to Sean Long. St Helens keeping it alive now. They're loaded down the left side. Hoppy will score for Saints.
What a try!
What a sensational St Helens try. 2 passes at least off the deck before the tackle was completed. St Helens, that was champagne football, and Sean Hoppy scores a memorable try here at Wilderspool.
Pop the cork, you're right there, Eddie. Outstanding play from the hooker, then Wellens. Tuilangi got involved, just slipped it away. But look at the support play here. Great work, and what a great pass through the dummy. They were always going to be stretched. Sean Hoppy has put Saints back in this game. All started from a wonderful run from the dummy half from Kieran Cunningham. Tuilangi, how on earth did he get that away? Sean Long, dancing, jinking. Superb pass out wide. This is going to turn into a cracker.
Turn, it already is. And Long levels the scores here at Wilderspool. It's 12 points apiece. Warrington 12, St Helens 12. Well, Steve-O, you are absolutely baffling us all. Can you tell me, please, what on earth is an exercise missile?
Well, it starts with a bike. We're having trouble with the microphone, I'm sorry. It starts with a bike and then turns into a bomb and then turns into a missile. You've never seen me on an exercise bike, so it's an exercise missile. Simple, full stop.
It's now with St Helens and Sonny Nicol. He plays the ball. Warrington defending here. Cunningham is a dummy half. Nicol again. A drive in from Nicol. Cunningham appealing for a penalty, non-forthcoming. Now it is, because Andrew G moved off the mark.
Well, disappointing there. You could see he wasn't square. And really, that was quick thinking. Excellent play there by the hooker, Kieran Cunningham. He knew exactly that the man was offside. Now it's the Wolves that are under pressure.
Amazing game this, the way it's swinging one way and then the other. Joint almost through. Langer got the tackle in on him. This is Wellens.
Good work from Ian Knott. That's 2 tackles on the run. You've got to give credit to this Warrington outfit. They really have scrambled back well.
Chris Joint's back out of the sin bin, you might have noticed. Here's Stankovic. And Stankovic is hauled down 3 metres short of that Warrington line. Cunningham gives it to Long. Thought about a little dab through. It's with Martin. Great ball to Iro. Iro scores in the corner. Big smile from Ian Millwood. This team plays with a smile on its face. Kevin Iro with the try, number 6 of the season so far.
Outstanding play yet again, but it came away from that silly mistake when Kieran Cunningham caught Warrington offside at the play the ball. So much power as the Kiwi centre. Kevin Iro, outstanding. Again, Sean Long and Tommy Martin, the combination of linking out wide. Saints look down and out on their feet, but they have absolutely bounced back with tremendous enthusiasm. They call them out wide.
2 tries in 3 minutes for St Helens. Saints were ahead 4-0, 6-0. Then it went 10-6, 12-6. Warrington 12-all. Now Sean Long to make it 18-12, but from far out on the touchline. He is a left-footed kicker. It's the right side of the field for that. Long's given it a chance, but it's just faded in front of the posts. So it's 16-12 to St Helens. What a match we've got here.
You can see the winger open. He's come off the whitewash. It's enough for the long ball, and this guy has all the strength in the world. Got round his man. What a season he's having.
Well, averaging a try every other game in the last year is Kevin Iro. He got 3 tries against Wigan on Friday. 141 now in the British game. What a weapon he is. When he's in the mood, Kevin Iro, there's not much better in the world. Oh, Cunningham's dropped it. Here come Warrington with Alan Hunt.
Well, this is turning out into something quite classical. There's a good tackle, though, by Alan Langer. I was just about to say that you can put that last try down to Kieran Cunningham. His quick thinking, gaining that penalty. Remember, Saints were penned down in their own quarter.
They're in their own quarter now, and it's with Danny Nutley. Good tackle by Sonny Nicol, and Stankovic was there. Farah found Blakely. Blakely to Nickow. Oh! Penny was taken by Nicol, and it was completely legal. What a hit! Here's a chance for Toa Cohen-Love.
Oh, they took a big gamble there.
Joint just held him up. Nickow. Long ball. Blakely picks it up off his toes. Wide it goes. McCurry! McCurry's over the line, and has he got it down?
He'll go to the string.
To check it out.
I think he's held up. Just take time off. Time off. Just a little look.
Is McCurry over the line and down, or was he held up?
I'll go for the held-up option. Stankovic did well to come round, help out Iro. He tried to swivel the body, but the strength of Iro yet again has saved the situation. And that'll be a head and feed. There's no doubt that he never got anywhere near the ground with that football.
Great strength from Iro.
Was it ever? Stankovic spun him on his back, but then Iro gets to work with that strong upper body. Make sure that McCarry cannot get it down, but this will be a head and feed scrum to Warrington.
Yes, scrum down, attack with the feed. That's Warrington. The men in primrose, yellow and blue. This scrum 10 metres away from the try line to be fed by Langer. Almost went in. In and out. Here's Blakely. Blakely to Coelho. Good tackle from Tommy Martin.
It had to be.
Penny at dummy half. Coming down the short side. Went down a blind alley. They're so close again, Warrington. It's with Farah to Langer. Wide it goes to Blakely. Blakely then on to Andrew G. Chuilangi from nowhere, and they forced them back. Wonderful defence, St Helens.
What a weapon to have on your side, Chuilangi.
Farah.
Good work there from Sean Long.
Sean Long on Civet. Here's Nikau.
Oh, the big hits are coming around.
Warrington with a chance here. Langer releases the pass. Andrew G. Coelho. Warrington though standing a little flat.
Saints did well then. They scrambled inside and then back on the outside.
Farah attacking from dummy half, stabs the ball in goal. Nikau's after it. Oh, did Nikau get the touch? He claims he did.
Right on the line.
It's going to be another for the video referee.
I think you'll find that Nikau did get a touch, but I think it's right on the whitewash. Right on the whitewash. This will be frame by frame. What on earth was the fullback Wellens thinking of here? It is about to... Ooh, now then. This will be frame by frame. Yet again. It's okay now. We'll slow it down. That's a try. This will be given a try. That is contact before it hits a whitewash. Well, any of those people out there that have complained about the video referee over the weekend, that will prove conclusively that it does work. And Warrington will be awarded a try for mine.
Well, let's see if the video referee agrees with you. He does! Tawera Nikau gets the 4-pointer. We're level pegging again at Wilderspool. What a first half this has been. What a first half. What a match on Friday. How about this for the second course? Warrington 16, St Helens 16, and the kick to come.
Well, what on earth was the fullback Paul Wellens doing here? Good work from the hooker, Danny Farah. Punches it through. Wellens really could have got to that well before Nikau. He took the gamble. You don't take gambles in games like this when you're in the front. Big mistake from Wellens. He had a magnificent game against Wigan last Friday. Excellent play from the hooker. They allowed him too much liberty there. But Wellens gave Nikau every chance. Fingertip control. What a match.
Tawera Nikau. Try against London in the first round. Nothing since, until that nod was given by the video referee. Blakely from bang in front, and this topsy-turvy match has swung back Warrington's way. 18 points to 16. That's entertainment.
Poor marking at the play of the ball, but look at the defence. They were hanging back. You can't afford to do that. It was a beautiful stab through. What a great kick from the hooker, Farah. Nikau definitely onside. But what on earth was Paul Wellens doing?
Just over 4 minutes to go to the half-time siren. Steve McCurry was trying to get the penalty from Russell Smith. That wasn't the best pass inside to Danny Nutley. But he held on. Farah at dummy half. Langer. G.
Well, you can see now that the sun has broken through the clouds. So therefore, Warrington will be playing with the sun in their eyes if the weather stays exactly the same. That could be a disadvantage for them.
Chuilangi flying in, but around the shoulder first, and it glanced up, says Russell Smith.
Grabbed it in, and then it finished up high. I'm not so sure. I think that was a bit badly done to here. It was a grab, and I think he was holding onto the shirt collar all the way through.
Another one who had a wonderful lunchtime's work on Good Friday against Wigan. 18-16 Warrington. The Wolves are looking for more. They're in possession here with Nutley. Farah gets it away to Andrew G. G spins but couldn't release the pass. So goes down 15 metres short of the line. Blakely off to Nickow. Great defence, scrambling defence from St Helens. It looked for a moment as though Blakely was in.
Did Nickow lose that football then?
Here's Blakely again. He's in now. Yes.
No. Held up. Stankovic got underneath him.
Please. Two things here.
I think there's a knock-on involved here. That's what he'll look for first.
To play the ball previous. Chris Joint had his hand on the ball. I felt that Tuera Nickow maybe just kept hold of it. Just have a look at the last play of the ball, the one directly previous, and then check the grounding if that's okay. Just before that, before Tuera Nickow gets up, just make sure that he regained control of the ball.
There's nothing wrong with the play the ball there. It's just immediately
secondly,
prior
if that's okay,
to that play the ball.
This is it now. Now he goes down, and does he lose it? Was there a hand in there? There is. But did he pull it out? He definitely lost it. I think this could be a penalty try. Well, a penalty at least. Nickow converged on Paralini. Joint is ripping at the ball, is Chris Joint. He hasn't got it yet. Inconclusive from that angle, but will he lose it? I think you'll find that this will be a penalty to Warrington.
St Helens supporters are celebrating because they've seen the ball coming out of Nickow's grasp.
Now, do you classify that as a finished tackle or what? I think this will be perhaps a penalty right in front.
We've not decided on the...
No, I think Stankovic got underneath Blakely.
On the grounding of the ball yet.
He's definitely got his hand in there somewhere as he pulls it away. I would deem that a penalty to Warrington. And seeing as I'm pretty confident that Stankovic got underneath Blakely to...
Well, here's the definitive version of that.
Yep, I think Stankovic just slips the body underneath in the arm. Sufficient enough. This will give us a better angle. He reaches out now. Oh, he's got it.
Got it down.
My apologies.
Well, what do you do in this situation? Who do you give benefit of the doubt to?
Play on. TRY time. This will be tried. Play on. They've got to give the...
So if it was not play on, it'd be a penalty to Warrington.
It's got to be a try.
Let's see. The video referee's looked. He agrees. Try's given. Steve Blakely gets the ball, got the ball down, and the controversy surrounded whether Chris Joint reefed the ball away from Nickow or whether Nickow had dropped it, and the video ref decided that Joint had dislodged the football here.
Well, the biggest problem yet again, never mind the controversy surrounding it, is the fact that St Helens defence, look, hanging off yet again. They are failing to fill in. Good work from Blakely, who's having a wow of a game. And again, they have allowed the Warrington side to move forward. You've got to apply the pressure. They're failing to do that. Look how they're hanging back. Stankovic gets to him at last, but the split second of the video replay, as it was for the Nickow try, is exactly the same for Blakely.
And that was the moment there when the Warrington fans celebrated Steve Blakely's first try for Warrington. That was when the try was awarded by the video ref. Blakely, oh, he should have added the extras with that. Hit the post. That's a bad miss. But Warrington are ahead by a converted try, 22-16. But I wonder whether that miss will come back to haunt Steve Blakely in the second half.
Well, he really should have shoveled that one over. What a game this has been.
Oh, it's had everything this first 40
Controversy
minutes.
reign, and he knows he's in for a pretty long, hard talk at half-time.
And he has had some opinions over the past 48, 72 hours about video referees and their decisions. I wonder what he's thinking right now.
Well, it's amazing, isn't it, when it goes for you, which it did on one occasion on Friday, went against him, but the video ref on Friday was absolutely spot on. So was the referee. It was in the rules that you can go back to anywhere within the 6 play the balls, and we are seeing yet again that without the video replay we would not have got the right decision on 2 of those tries. First Nickau, and now we've seen Blakely.
Well, there's been much discussion about Friday's video referee decisions, and there will be more, I'm sure, about tonight's.
Well, I don't see why, because they've been spot on.
They have.
Now, if the video referee had got it wrong, yeah, I would be on their backs as well. I'm being nice to them.
And these players are being nice to the supporters, though maybe not necessarily their coaches. Steve Blakely. It was his try in that first half that came quite late on, indeed right on the stroke of half-time. He hit the post with the conversion, 22 points to 16. We've had Roy Rogers and Trigger, we've had exercise missiles, we've had the hoppy horse, we've had the lot in that first 40. Hope you're enjoying it at home as much as we are here. It's a privilege to be here. And Blakely restarts this second half. Come on, fellas, more of the same, please.
I'm sure that's what's being said from both the coaches. Daryl van der Velde must have been so happy with the way that they fought back. St. Helens, of course, they were a bit rocky for long periods in that first half. In Millwood, their coach, I'm sure, will say let's up the tempo, but I think the biggest problem for Saints has been, on a few occasions, their defensive line.
Both sides will be tired after their exploits on Good Friday. It's a question of who lasts the course better, and Cunningham with a barnstorming run early here for the Saints. Plays the ball quickly. Chris Smith, away it goes to Tuilangi. He chips it over the top. The ball bounces, and it bounced kindly for Penny in the end.
Well, it looked as though Alan Hunt was going to get first there, and he made a real meal of it. It just popped up for the fullback, Lee Penny. But good work from the second rower, Tuilangi.
There's Alan Hunt, former Saint, of course, had all of his glory days at Knowsley Road, did Alan Hunt. 7th on the all-time try-scoring chart. He has been pretty quiet in the opening 40 minutes here tonight, it must be said. I wonder whether he will explode onto the scene in the next 38 minutes or so. Warrington are in possession. Farah to Langer. Big kick downfield from Langer. It just skipped the wrong way for a 40-20. Wellens collects, but has to collect it behind his own line. Good chase being led by the big men, G and McCurry. Nutley in there as well. Great chase from Warrington.
Outstanding. Hardly any room to move for Paul Wellens.
So Saints have it, but deep in their own territory. Let's hear what was said in those changing rooms at half-time. Angela Powers.
Lots of positive noises from both changing rooms at half-time, Eddie. Daryl van der Velde wants to see his side hold the nerve throughout this second half and put in the defensive performance of their lives. He says this opening 10 minutes is the biggest of the season. Play out the 6 and cut out the errors. No panic as well, says Ian Millwood. He has great confidence his side can come from behind if they play positively and forget thoughts of some of the decisions he feels may have gone against them in the first half. Possession is the key, says. Hold the ball and take control.
At the moment it's Warrington who are holding the ball, and they have taken control of it. Blakely dropped on that loose ball. It's now with John Roper.
Well, Sean Long put a neat little dink through, and he was complaining to the referee that he was held back. But you could see there on the replay it was just a shoulder. If you're both running in the same direction, you can bump them off with your shoulder.
Ian Knott plays it to Langer. Alan Langer more and more in at the dummy half. role, but now it is going to be occupied by Danny Farrar, and Farrar will look to feed Langer, which he does, and Langer tried to go through the gap between Joint and Martin.
Important that Alan Langer takes control of the kicking game along with Steve Blakely.
That was Nick Howe's kick on that occasion, all along the ground, grubber kick into touch.
Well, I got the impression that Warrington just lost the plot there. Not a noted kicker of the football. Moves forward to where Nick Howe, try scorer in the first half. Tremendous effort from him. Remember, we said at half-time that what on earth was a fullback Paul Wellens doing. That has been a problem as well, that St Helens will have to make sure that they do not come up with silly errors and mistakes like they did in the first 40.
Over the past 48 hours, the players have done light ball work, that's about all. Massage, nothing much else. Tried to relax and recuperate for this battle. And what a game they are producing for us again. Rich in entertainment, to Ilangi. No half measures asked or given by this fellow.
Put his body on the line there, did Steve Blakely. Didn't get the tackle finished, but at least he stopped the progress.
Wellens to his feet, Smith at dummy half. Long is the first receiver. On it goes then to Nicol, and he's got through a gap. Ooh, Long was hunting on his right shoulder, waiting for the pass that never came. Cunningham on halfway to Martin. He'll just drift one over the top. Alan Hunt will collect. Right in front of the St Helens supporters. Clattered to the ground. Great chase.
Leading the way, the prop forward, Apollo Perolini. Just shows you the enthusiasm that's shown within these two sides. When the prop forward is leading the chase after the kick. Super fit, these guys. Oh, it's gone nowhere.
Pass to nobody. And slid out of play, Alan Hunt. The pass from Nikau was flat.
Well, I think the looks say it all, don't they? Alan Hunt looks at his colleague and said, not the best. Tawira passed it. Alan Hunt slid away. Tawira to Nowira.
St Helens with the possession from the scrum. Danger for Warrington. Iro standing, but Blakely got to him. Quick play the ball. Wellens. Oh!
So close.
Stretched out, was just about half a metre short. Joint tried to pinch one himself from dummy half.
Good work from Roper there.
The same half metre short was Chris Joint. Now they give it a bit of width to increase the angle. To Ilangi. What a tackle!
Superb from a little halfback.
Here's Hoppy. Hoppy back towards those posts. That's the last one for St Helens. Here's Tommy Martin. Martin shaped a kick. Ball comes out. Perolini.
Double movement.
Penalty. No need to refer it to the video referee.
Well spotted by Russell Smith. Didn't go to the video on this one. He knew that the progress was there. Stopped, and then he moved. What a great positional play there by the referee as well. That's when it was stopped. That's the reason for the penalty. Double movement. St Helens crowd at that end. Not happy with it, but it has been proven yet again by the video referee, or should I say the replay. Russell Smith didn't go for the video ref on that occasion. He was in a great position though, wasn't he?
He was. I think an old colleague of mine once used to use the phrase Johnny on the spot, and it was Russell on the spot then.
I haven't used that for a while.
You haven't? Used everything else. Nick out. Well, Steve-O, who has recovered the better of these two sides?
Well, you'd have to favour Warrington. They have got the lead, so therefore they can just keep control, play out their six. Sensible rugby league football, and that sort of the kick is what they were wanting, and he's made a meal of it. It's gone backwards. We play on, but look at this.
What a wonderful chase.
Magnificent. Leading the way, making sure that there was no gap to be there, was Alan Langer, the man who put the kick in.
And of course, when Anthony Sullivan fumbled it, it played everybody onside, and Warrington closed in for the kill, but it's a good drive by Nicol, and now Warrington are caught offside. That relieves the pressure on the Saints.
Never made any attempt to come back. Little Alfie.
Well, he'd made a long run upfield at 33.
He never made any attempts.
And he just didn't have the legs to get back.
He tried his best, hoped that the referee, Russell Smith, couldn't see to his side. He can.
Wellens tries to step inside Blakely. Oh, rough challenge from Nikau. Wellens is thundered to the floor. Long, oops, off to Ilangi. Wellens managed to retain possession, gave it to Perolini, and he just made a few more meters progress. Now then, Long. Always an air of expectancy when Long gets it. Great tackle from Langer, though. What a duel it is between those two. The old and the new in many ways. Langer, the veteran, the kingpin Aussie. Sean Long, the man who is trying to pick up the mantle of a top scrum half for Great Britain.
Interfering at the play of the ball, got the tackle on his opposite, and then he wouldn't allow him, moved him away. You see, just give him a nudge. It was sufficient for him to lose control of the football. I'm not so sure that the experience came out there to ensure perhaps that St Helens got the chance of 2 points rather than Warrington conceding the 6th.
Well, I'm not so sure that Langer's been hard done by here.
Well, he pushes him there.
Does he?
Yeah.
Well, that was what Russell Smith thought as well.
Not happy with it, but I think he might be pleased with the fact that needs to be able to kick deep into the St Helens half, provided he kicks this, and he does.
Sean Long reduces the deficit from the penalty. It was Langer on Long that produced the penalty, and Long with the kick. 22-18. And Andrew G comes off. Just takes a breather. What an effort from him. Only got to bed this morning in the early hours after being on hand for the arrival of the latest member of the clan. He must be as exhausted as anyone.
Tremendous effort from him. He certainly led by example in that first half.
Saints have made a change as well. I think we'll now see judicious use of the interchanges by the coaches. It's how they work these substitutes in the next half hour that will determine the outcome of this match.
Well, you'd like to say that they're fresh legs. Obviously a lot fresher than what's been out there for 50 minutes in this game.
He does it again off the deck to Cunningham. Joint on the charge. He's got Smith in support. Smith is through. Smith has got Long, but they both took a tumble, and Smith is held down by Roper, bang in front of the sticks. Saints are flooding forward. Here's Long. Henare away from one, not away from the next two.
Alan Hunt took a big gamble there, got to him in the end.
Long misses out Martin, loops into the arms of Cunningham. Here's Perolini. He won't be stopped this time. Apollo Perolini. Oh, he's going for the screen again. What's he spotted that he's a little dubious of?
He's going back.
Shut up, Tony, please. Peretti to Ilangi. He was involved in the tackle. I thought he appeared from at the ball. I was blind to it. It appeared that he got the ball out before being grounded. Can you check whether he was grounded or not?
Well, it looked a fantastic pass again from Tuilangi off the deck.
He's wanted to see whether the ball carrying arm has hit the deck. Well, it's the right thing to do by the official, Russell Smith. And that's all right. It was the left arm that hit the deck. The right arm offloaded.
This will tell us more.
You'll see it a lot clearer here. See how it twists. Oh, he did well. That is excellent play. This will be TRY time. Let's slow it down. Yeah, the right arm was above terra firma. Now the video referee wants to make sure that he's spot on. Yep,
brilliant.
Great stuff. He's come up with a couple of those as Tuilangi today. Perolini knows that it's going to be for... Well, remember, he was complaining about the video referee, saying it went against him. On this occasion, he's gone for him. Now he may like the video referees. Very outspoken was St Helens coach Ian Millward after the Wigan game, when the referee said, how long do we have to go back for? Do we have to go back to the kick-off? Tongue-in-cheek, of course. Well, he won't complain about this, because it's gone his way. But it was good work. Rugby League came to the fore. Cunningham on the angle. Beautiful offload back on the inside. No one was going to stop the big fella.
This is his reaction when the decision came from the video referee. Absolutely impassive. Perolini takes his place on the bench, having scored the try. Sean Long jogging his way back. He has converted the try. It's Warrington Wolves 22, St Helens 24. 22-24 here at Wilderspool. How many more twists and turns do we have? But it will be interesting now, Steve-O, as you so rightly say, to hear what Ian Millwood has to say about video referees now.
Going back to previous tackles.
Exactly. I don't know what all the fuss is about from other sections of the media. It's in the rules. You go back, if you wish, to the very first tackle of the set of six, and if they get it right, why on earth not?
But not only that, Eddie, there will be times when a referee will not go to the video screen, and it may go against the coach Ian Millwood, and he may then have to say, why didn't the referee go to the screen? You can't have it both ways.
Absolutely.
Play by the rules, boys.
Mind you, you can only check back over the course of the previous six tackles if the camera work is of the highest quality, and if the man in charge of pressing the buttons downstairs, the director, gets it right. And on Sky Sports, we like to think that generally we do, and we help the video referees. Here's McCurry now.
Again, St Helens hanging back in that defensive line.
Langer will dab it through. He looked for the post. It bounced into the arms of Martin. Langer's got it up in. One-on-one. It'll be a try, this. This is a try for Langer. Langer stabbed it through. Martin picked it up off the post. Langer's the man who kicked it. There's no problem with offside. Langer then just pinched it from the arms of Tommy Martin.
Sure that he grounded the ball cleanly after stealing it. Well, certainly one-on-one.
No problem.
He grounded it cleanly.
What a try from the veteran Langer.
Now that is laziness from Tommy Martin. He's out holding onto that ball with just one arm. You actually see him just before then. He's swinging the arm with that's carrying the ball. And that has given the green light for Alan Langer to say, hey, we may have just gone past Easter Sunday, but this is one Easter egg I'm taking. Didn't have to look for it. Tommy Martin showed him it twice, and on the third occasion, Alan Langer, this will be TRY, no doubt about it.
You're absolutely right. Langer with the try, following up his own kick. Pinched the ball off Tommy Martin, who was a little lazy behind his own try line, and Langer grounded correctly. The match has swung again.
The good kick. He was aiming for the post. He came off. Look how he's carrying that football. That is slack. As I said, look at it once, look at it twice. Third time, not lucky. Third time, poaching. Look at that. That was just offering for Alan Langer.
Blakely adds 2 more points. Warrington lost the lead briefly. Now they've got it back again. 28-24.
Don't leave your seats. Never mind putting the kettle on. This has just about had everything. The experience of that man, Alan Langer.
The lead has just changed hands for the 5th time. Well, I wouldn't back either of these two sides now, Steve-O, not even with your money.
Twists and turns, you said.
28-24, it's a classic.
Now then, Warrington do have the lead. Will they start to take control? They have to go through their complement of 6 on every occasion, not come up with a mistake. They've got to grind the Saints side down.
Nickhouse trying to do that. Nicol, Henare and O'Neill. That's the last one.
Needs to be a good high kick.
Well, it's with Langer. He drives it through the ground. Wellens has played at it. Got away with it.
Good rubber there from Langer. Made sure that he just put it out of the reach of the fullback, Paul Wellens. This is great defence now from Warrington. The crowd are up for this.
And so they should be. They have been royally entertained. This match was anticipated and looked forward to in this part of the world ever since the fixture list came out, but more importantly after the exploits of these two on Friday. And these players aren't letting us down. Chuilangi through Lee Penny. They've got a huge line of support. Chuilangi all the way. Oh, fantastic try. Absolutely fantastic try. He wants to check the grounding. Jerry Kershaw, the video referee, is on overtime. Chuilangi for me has scored a memorable try.
Absolutely superb, no doubt about it.
And Russell Smith wasn't up with the play, says he was too slow. It's caught up with him as well, no doubts. It's level pegging.
What a game, what a player. At one moment there it looked as though he did not have the legs, and then he found the second effort. Good work. O'Neill got the ball away. Sean Long thought it was blocked, went down the cul-de-sac. Tommy Martin offloaded. They just couldn't get to him. Pushes Roper, nothing that Penny could do about it. Do I pass? Do I look? Do I run? Do I ever? Do I score? Sure do. Excellent stuff. Good work from the prop forward. This is turning into a classic. Martin, the offload, the fence, the sidestep, the look. Come on, boys, help me. I'm on my way. Goal. What a great effort.
And from bang in front of the posts, we've just seen the lead change hands for the sixth time. 30 points to St Helens, 28 to the Warrington Wolves. Chuilangi's try. Well, can it get better than this?
Well, even the Warrington fans would have to applaud that. Okay, it's against their side, but that was outstanding rugby league football. We have been served up a treat.
Steve-O, the game is the winner this Easter here on Sky Sports. There'll be some churlish people who will criticise the fact that there have been 30 points scored by one side and 28 points scored by another. This is entertainment out of the top drawer. We've still got 20 minutes plus remaining. Martin with a kick over the top. Lee Penny collects.
It was not a 40-20. It was about a metre inside.
They've got a spring in their step now, Saints. They're chasing everything. Here's Alan Hunt. Arrived at Warrington via St Helens and Hull. Here's Mark Hilton. Great tackle, Henare.
Now is it St Helens' turn to perhaps settle things down? It's Warrington on this occasion now that have to fight back. They have to force the pass. They are no longer in control of this game. Only 2 points adrift though.
Settle things and down are three words, Steve-O, I don't think are in the vocabulary of these two teams.
Well, they've served as a treat, that is for sure.
Langer, angled kick, an invitation to chase. Smith collects, gives it to Wellens.
Dearie me. I don't think the fullback Paul Wellens would be too impressed with the way that Chris Smith offloaded that football.
Now Smith has another go. It's come out. The two men in the tackle, penalty, Saints.
They did it. Balls out. 2 men up.
Second row in Knott. And Langer just reefing the ball away. Little doubt in the official's mind. Spot on as well. Knott did the effort. Langer did the spoiling, ripped the ball away.
An hour of the match has gone. 20 minutes remain.
Well, discipline will also play its part. We know that you've mentioned many times, Eddie, who's got the most fuel in the tank.
It's 5 tries apiece. Have you spotted a possible man of the match? 09009 10 10 13. 2 grand final tickets up for grabs. Take your pick. I wouldn't like to prejudge who the losing coach will be, never mind who the man of the match is going to be. Tuilangi's got a chance again. Great tackle, Penny.
Had to be as well, always played it forward.
Someone's in the bin.
Fullback, Penny. Interference, on you go. Professional foul.
Warrington now will play for 10 minutes with 12.
Well, had a magnificent game, didn't he, on Friday against Wigan. And he's producing that form yet again. Such a difficult man to put down. And you could actually see it was Penny's left boot, I think, that made contact with the football. It does. And that's the reason why he'll spend 10 minutes in the sin bin. And that really will turn the screws on his colleagues. And not surprisingly, Saints will take the 2 points on offer. He knows he ain't done good.
Lee Penny, 10 minutes in the sin bin. Darrell van der Velde, 18 minutes to go in his coaching viewpoint. Sean Long to get 2 more points for St Helens, which he does with glee. 32 points to 28 now.
Well, I suspect that Warrington will maybe go for a short kickoff. They really need possession, although there's still plenty of time. Well-earned rest for the try scorer, the last try scorer, Tuilangi.
Lee Penny.
Looks like they're going for a deep one, though, rather than the short.
Perolini, who scored and was taken off, replaces Tuilangi, who has scored and has been taken off. And I notice that Lee Briers is on the field for Warrington. And I notice also that Jerome Guisset, the Frenchman, is on the field for Warrington. Knock on! Tommy Martin! Oh dear!
Why on earth don't they use their feet? It was a dodgy one, and he really should have gone with his foot there, under no pressure whatsoever. Well, he's having a bit of a nightmare. Here's Tommy Martin, I'm afraid. Remember, 10 minutes earlier, Alfie Langer plucked the ball away for a crucial try.
And here's Alan Hunt. Warrington then, with Farah. It's Wignikau now. Going for Broke on his own, didn't give it to Guisset, took the tackle of those 3 instead, easing Warrington to within 2 metres of the line. Farah, Langer, oh, Hilton was almost through, great tackle joint. Here's Langer again, Briers, wide it goes to Cohen Love, forward.
Knock on, take your pick.
Warrington have blown a golden opportunity there.
He took the gamble. To Koilov, no doubt it was forward. It was a knock-on anyway.
Well, it's a Super League record crowd for Warrington here. Over 9,000 in, a ground that doesn't hold too many more than that anyway, for safety's sake. So nearly a full house, a Super League record crowd here at Warrington. This game is booming. They're 50% up and more now at Warrington, and the game as a whole almost a quarter up on last year, and we're only up to round 7. And here's Perolini on for Tuilangi, who has tweaked a knee cartilage, we understand. Martin to Long, good ball Henari, big hit Cohen Love, not conclusive though. Long's following up, sees a gap.
Great break by the prop forward Perolini, but he had Tommy Martin on the outside.
Nick could be in the bin.
He's giving him a benefit of the doubt. He's told him next time he's gone.
Well, this is going to be another 2-point gift for Sean Long.
Sheer frustration there by the loose forward. Nikau turned him over. Sean Long was doing the best to make sure that he did the cutthroats on his back impersonation, so that the referee Russell Smith would give the penalty. Glum look on the face of Darrell van der Velde. To be fair, Eddie, this game deserves a draw.
It does. Tawera Nikau has not been sin-binned because referee Russell Smith noticed that the defensive line of Warrington was organised.
He's a smart cookie, isn't he, Russell Smith? Been around a while. Never seems to lose his temper, nor is cool. And you really needed a top-flight official for this one. And this is the incident. Now watch the defence get straight back here. And they're virtually in a straight line, so that's the reason why Mr. Smith gave Mr. Nikau a second chance.
But this to mean Warrington must score a converted try only to level. Sean Long's trusty left boot. Another 2 points to St Helens, 34-28. Long's been pretty accurate with the kicking. Just 2 misses out of 7.
Well, I said,
sorry, 2 misses out of 9. The maths have gone again.
Concern look on Darrell van der Velde, running out of time, but to be fair, I did mention, Eddie, the fact that discipline would play its part, and Tommy Martin will use his foot on this occasion.
Yes, he must have heard you. Perolini with the drive upfield. Sean Long, by the way, Tommy Martin's cohort at scrum half. Sean Long has scored another 18 points against Warrington. Something happens to Sean Long when he comes up against the Primrose Yellow and Blue of the Warrington Wolves. He always has a big day out.
He's a fine player.
He's an excellent player. Wellens, he's not so bad either.
Oh, that was a high one. Chambers didn't miss him. Well, they're losing their discipline now, and that only puts you on the back foot. Went far too high. More pressure. Well, we had 2 put on report for similar incidents like that in the first half. And again, Russell Smith being rather kind, I feel.
Long to Martin. Chris Joint, bang at the niggle, support Wellens! He's over the line.
Is it a double movement?
Oh, it's another video referee. But how many of these have we had? Another video ref. Double movement or no, Paul Wellens. He's got the face of a choir boy. Has he just given himself up here?
Bang. Oh, is he dragged over? As Alan Langer dragged him over. They've got to define whether he's actually moved the ball-carrying arm. He's down there. Ooh, this is a difficult one.
Tough one to call this.
I'll go in OTRY, but does Alfie Langer drag him over?
Well,
this is a big question.
If you go that, you'll upset about 5,000 St Helens supporters and many thousands more watching this.
All right, I'll go TRY then. You happy now?
You'll upset about 5,000 Warrington fans now.
I think he's still moving, but it's a hard one because Alfie seems to push him through. Was the pass forward? No, that looked okay.
Well, the video referee wanted to see that at normal speed. Well, I wouldn't like to call this one, but the video ref has made his mind up. Paul Wellens watches in the screen, as everyone does here. Ooh, the try's not given. He can't believe it. And neither can Ian Millwood. Another shake of the head. Ian Millwood, I think although he's smiling about that one, I think over the past couple of days, he's not a fan of the video ref.
Well, you've got to play it fair. I mean, Disappointment etched on not only the coach, but the fullback, Paul Wellens. The ball carrying arm, to be fair to the video referee, I call it no try to start with. You convinced me to change my mind. Don't know why.
No, you called it try to start, and then you said no try.
No try, and then I went try. I'll show you the tape. Either way, Warrington are still in with a chance.
They are. Was that the get out of jail card? Briers was hunting the offload from Chambers that never came. Here's Coe Love. Well, you cannot fault this for entertainment. Thrills and spills, bravery, commitment, it's all here on show. And it's with Briers now. Ooh, that was a touch forward. Looping pass.
That'll be the turnover.
Warrington were trapped in midfield.
Warrington looking very tired getting back. If they get the ball out wide here, they're in a lot of trouble.
It's wide. But nowhere for Hoppy to go. Joint.
Well, these guys must be well and truly out on their legs. It's been a hectic game.
It has. It's no bank holiday for the stars of the Super League. But what entertainment these players have served up here today.
Now it's important that Saints go to drive towards the sticks and perhaps make short of it by going for the 1 point, but they're looking good out wide.
They're looking for 4. It's with Martin. It's with Wellens. And Wellens is wrestled to the ground.
They've got to go for the 1 point.
It's the last one. Long, and it goes to Cunningham. Cunningham back to Tommy Martin. Drop goal. He's kicked it. Martin gets the one. It could just clinch the match. Although there's still plenty of time for Warrington to come back again.
Well, they took their time about it, didn't they? Quick thinking between Cunningham and the standoff Tommy Martin.
It means, though, Steve, it means that Warrington now must score twice.
That's right, and that's why I was screaming for the fact that they must go and be professional, take the 1 point. I'm sure that Ian Millward would have been screaming down the microphone. Tell him to go for the 1. Very professional of Tommy Martin. They've gone for the short one, they have to.
Second drop goal of the year for Martin. Warrington, I was going to say Warrington have got it back.
Jonathan Roper, if he'd have picked that up, it would have been okay. It was knocked back by a St. Helens player, and Roper had the opportunity, just couldn't take it. Definitely came off Iro, so it was
back though.
It was okay.
Well, 9 minutes to go. 7 points the difference. Saints in possession. Warrington need the ball back before they do anything else. If Saints score again, it's curtains. They know that.
What a bruising encounter this has been. Still plenty of time to go.
There is.
Not beyond the realms of possibility that Warrington, if they can get a quick try, get back into this match.
Well, they scored 2 and 3 minutes at the end of the first half.
Big problem is, can they get possession in the St. Helens half?
7 points is the biggest gap we've had all night. And Perolini's got Long. Long will score under the post, and Long could easily have won this match for St. Helens now. Sean Long's second try of the night. He's dancing a streak of delight with Kieran Cunningham. And St. Helens supporters, they know how important Sean Long is to their side. And the scrum half, with his coach on the touchline, maybe, just maybe, has sealed this match for the champions.
Well, he's come up with a few mistakes as Tommy Martin, but on this occasion, he provides a superb pass that put Perolini through. Long out to his halfback partner. That was absolutely outstanding from Tommy Martin. Perolini back on the inside. Support play. Come on, you beauty, he says. Watch this pass from Martin. Delayed it. Sucked in Nick out. Bang. Teamwork. Superb.
And Sean Long, under the sticks, his 10th attempted goal, his 8th successful kick. I think Darrell van der Velde knows, for all their effort, for all their spirit, their endeavour and their bravery, commitment and courage, the game has just slipped away from his team. in the past 5 or 6 minutes. Long with a penalty on 69, the Martin drop goal on 74, Long with a try in 76. That's not the official time, of course, just the time that we keep up here in the box. They still have 6 minutes of the match remaining, do Warrington and St Helens. But on our stopwatches up here, that's the time difference, and that's the difference between success and failure.
And I think that Daryl van der Velde will be also pointing to the fact that his fullback Lee Penny, lack of discipline, got him 10 minutes in the sin bin, and it's been in that period of time that Saints have taken full control of this game. Discipline, so important in high-pressure games like this. And I'm afraid Warrington have given away far too many penalties late in the second half.
What an advertisement for the game. Easter has been so special in the year 2000. Alan Hunt collects on his own try line. Oh, they've lost the ball. Stankovic, wide it goes. Joint is just short. Where on earth did Ian Sibbett come from?
What a great effort from Sibbett. Stankovic has lost it, has he?
Dropped the ball.
He'll go and have a look.
Another video referee decision. Is this the sixth? Sixth video refereeing decisions tonight. Did Stankovic get this down, or does he lose it? Or is it a double movement?
He lost it.
He's lost it anyway.
Well, Warrington came up with a mistake, and it looked to all the world as though it was going to be another try for the Saints. It was a fantastic tackle by Ian Sibbett that prevented it. No doubt it was going to be a no try. Well, what do Warrington have left in the tank? Both sets of players deserve all the applause. It has been a superb match.
It has. There are over 9,000 in here. There aren't too many heading for the exits. I hope at the end of it, everybody in the ground gets up on their feet and gives these two sets of players the standing ovation they deserve.
The commitment, the skills, the courage, all on show.
And there's Sibbett. That's a great tackle by Sean Long. Long has been inspired tonight. Gissey. They're not turning it in, Warrington.
Well, you wouldn't go far wrong if the little halfback from St Helens, Sean Long, picked up the man of the match award. Diffused it from inside. The referee said that he jumped from inside the in-goal area, not from the field of play. So that'll be a tap for the Saints on the 20-metre line. Now then, do Saints have anything left? Can they produce yet another scintillating try? We have been served up some classics today.
Mike Bennett is on the field again, 19 years of age, impressive in the reserve grade this year. See Steve Hall picked up and drilled back by Alan Langer. No one can fault Langer's effort. O'Neill stands, flick pass from Cunningham, Long's tormenting them again. Cunningham once more, Martin, wide it goes to Stankovic. Great tackle from Sibbett. Wellens down the short side, but forward to Iro.
Well spotted by Russell Smith. And Wellens was very quick there. They could see that Warrington were nowhere to be seen. Was forward, the high shot proves that.
Well, remarkably, St Helens are the only side in Super League that Warrington have yet to beat. This is their 9th attempt, and I think now with just 3¼ minutes remaining, they're not going to break the Super League duck. They really have been a hoodoo side for Warrington in the summer era. But this is an opportunity here for Breers. Over the top, it's flicked in play. Nikau continues it on. On it goes to Penny. Penny will score! Penny will score for Warrington. No wonder no one's heading for the exits. Penny gets another try, his second of the night, 4 for the year 2000. This has been rich in entertainment.
Sadly, it came a little bit too late. The double run around with Breers and the loose forward to Nikau. Breers did well. As soon as it was touched by Nickel, it was play on. Nikau gets it away. Great stuff. Warrington deserved that. Superb double run around with this fella, Lee Breers. It was Iro that actually got the touch. Nikau gets the ball away. What a game we've had.
Well, 2 tries, spell in the sin bin. Lee Breers with the conversion. What's the score now? 34-41. We've run out of fingers up here. 7 points the difference. About a minute and a little bit to go, so probably not enough time for Warrington, but they've got so close. And Saints now taking their time to restart this match. Martin drills it deep. Oh, off the chest. Danny Farah. Where's the spade? Dig a hole and let me jump into it.
Well, what a mistake there from the hooker. Normally he's got absolutely wonderful hands.
So last minute of the match. A match that has kept us spellbound from the very first minute. And have Saints got something left in the locker? Hall was almost through. Penny with the tackle. Iro to Bennett. Bennett singled out by Farah, dumped to the ground.
Keep your eye out for Sean Long. He'll go for a single run, I'm sure.
O'Neill goes down under sheer weight of numbers.
Or will Long go for the kick?
Long will stab it through, looking for Martin. Nickel will score. Nickel restores the lead for St Helens. Kick to come from Sean Long. Well, no wonder Ian Millward's smiling. I hope he takes that smile with him onto the training field, because there will be a lot of people pointing the finger at the defences of these two sides. But hey, what a night it's been.
Listen, when both sides are out on their feet, perfect kick there. Sean Long, he's controlled this game. He's had a fine match. Sonny Nickel puts the last nail in the Warrington coffin. Onside. Bang. Much to the delight of Sonny Nickel. He keeps going. Great worker.
And that is the 90th try of Sonny Nickel's career, by the way. Long with yet another successful kick. That's his 9th. And St Helens have won by 47 points to 34. Sean Long, I suppose fitting that he had the final kick of the match, because he ran in 26 points in all. For Eddie Tuolangi.
Time you use your American Express Blue Card, you earn money back to spend on whatever tickles your fancy. That's Blue Card. Money back to get what you want.
Earlier, our designers spiced up this 17th century home with a fab new makeover. Oh, hope the owners like it. You can look now. Ta-da! What do you think?
How dare you! Our beautiful home! Yeah! Fish!
Hey, don't get heavy. Lighten up, everyone, with Toffee Crisp Pastas. The light, crispy chocolate bites. Best not show in the bedroom.
Ronseal quick drying varnish is touch dry in 20 minutes. So I waited 20 minutes, touched it, and guess what?
It was dry.
Yeah.
Ronseal does exactly what it says on the tin.
Tic-tac, tic-tac, tac. Tic-tac. Tic-tac, tic-tac.
Phoenix. New from Lynx.
No service charge. No voucher expiry. No peak hours. Just simple, straightforward value. Welcome to simplicity. Our new standard tariff. The simple pay-as-you-go from 1 to 1.
He has deciphered a message written in the most sophisticated code the world has ever known. Not only is he 9 years old, he is autistic. You okay in there? I'm not gonna hurt you.
Bruce Willis.
Somebody pulled the cops off the kid at the hospital.
Alec Baldwin.
The NSA is willing to have this boy killed to protect the code? What agency do you work for? Who is this?
The first showing of Mercury Rising, Saturday at 8 on Sky Premiere. The biggest films every Saturday night, guaranteed.
Well, more championship boxing coming up for you on Sky Sports 1. Tonight from 9:30, another chance to catch last weekend's WBO World Featherweight clash between Prince Nazim and Voyani Bungu. Tomorrow night, live from 8:30, Brian Carr takes on Nadel Hussain for the vacant Commonwealth Super Bantamweight. And live on Monday night, Noel Wilders takes on Kamel Guerfi for the vacant IBO Bantamweight title. That's another 3 big nights of boxing coming up for you on Sky Sports 1. But at half-time in this pulsating second-round match from the Super League, Hull 14, St Helens 12, just the 1 goal kick separating the two sides, and that's from the trusty boot of Ben Zammert. It's 2 tries apiece. Looks rather like Steve-O on a Saturday night. It does that. But I don't know whether he's quite that thin at the moment.
I don't think I'd limbo dance that flexible, actually.
Oh, I'm not so sure.
Certainly got rhythm.
Hull 14, St Helens 12. There's been a lot of rhythm in this match so far. And will the 2 weeks off for St Helens pay a heavy price? Can Hull keep the momentum going after that great cup tie against Wigan here 6 days ago? Horn collects the kick-off for Hull, looks around for a bit of support, and that was a heavy challenge came in on him from Cunningham. The young man is hurt. Looked around for someone to offload it to, and no one was willing to take it up, so he had to run at them like a forward.
He went very low, and Cunningham catches him with the shoulder. You see he goes right down. You're right, you can't call that a high shot. He just went straight into it, did the lad. But
might have been his thigh as well.
Full credit to him. He looked a bit dazed, but shook his head and got up and gets on with the game. He's receiving a bit of treatment on that ankle, but I think it'll be the marble spinning around in the head that will be the problem.
Stanley Jean is a dummy half. This is Will Robinson. Hull looking to take the game to Saints again. Adam Marr takes the tackle though. Gets to his feet. Jean, then to Robinson. He's the engineer-in-chief. High kick downfield. Underneath it is Chris Smith for St Helens. Great chase by Hull early in Millwood. Wonder what he's made of his first 40 minutes in the Super League. I think he will agree it's a bit of a step up from the Northern Ford Premiership. With all due respect to the teams playing in that particular competition, this is the big stuff.
Fast and furious. Well, he'll be happy with the opening 20 minutes, that is for sure. They really looked unbeatable, St Helens, at that point. And oh,
Nichols dropped it.
It's a big hit as well. There's been a few of those. Oh, that's interference there, and you can see they're just spinning round and lost control. Well, it was mistakes from Hull. Very early in the first half, St Helens have come up with their first one early in the second stanza.
This is Luke Felsh for Hull. Stanley Jean scurries into dummy half again, gets it away to the 6'7" frame of Wayne McDonald. He takes some stopping, makes a few more vital meters. Jean again finds Horn, fully recovered. On it goes to Robinson. Robinson looked to shape to pass it to Marr, then found Dion Bird. He's got daylight. Iro was waiting for him, and Iro cuts him down.
Experience there by the New Zealander, Kevin Iro. He was not going to be sucked into going across the line of defence. Hung around for the winger to come back.
Here's Adam Marr again. Hull inching towards that St Helens line. Robinson under pressure from Cunningham. It's into open space, and St Helens wait and wait again. Collins was hunting another try. The kick from Robinson just a bit too strong.
Real jack in the box there. He was put under a lot of pressure. That's why he didn't get the ideal kick away. St Helens realised that certainly is the springboard for this Hull side. as we saw when he created that try just before the half-time break. They really have got to try to close Robinson down.
Right, let's go down to the touchline. Join Bill for all the half-time news.
Well, the word from the whole camp is that they've really got to cut the errors out, and they got to grips with the game the longer the first half went on, and Sean McRae is looking for his team to really concentrate all the way through the next 40 minutes and to cut out errors like that. Well, a Saints error that was, straight into touch, and Ian Millward, the new Saints coach, is looking for them to have the sort of 10 minutes that they had at the start of the game when they were really on fire, but the longer the game went on, the more sloppy they got. So they really want to cut out the showcase stuff and play what they do best. The news briefly of Richard Horne, who's still out there but not moving particularly freely, and they are keeping an eye on the young scrum half at Hull.
Yes, I bet they are. Priceless commodity, still only 17 years of age, such talent, and here he is on the football now. Good ball to Zammit, and it needed a good tackle from Sean Long. Here goes Carney, across the field of play, met by a stiff challenge from Perolini.
But that surprised me, the way that St Helens' defence was quite sluggish. They're hanging back. I think they're being confused by the crisscrossing of this whole passing. They've got to move forward, apply that pressure.
Good hands on show here from Hull. And here goes Maiden. Wrestled to the ground on that occasion by Cunningham. Jean again, filling in for the injured Jenkins. Was that a drop goal attempt?
A feeble one, yes. Not much power from Stanley on that occasion. Not a bad option at 14-12.
Well, Amanda, who is the former Second Division Player of the Year, a former First Division Player of the Year, and with 34 tries in 1998 was the leading scorer in the game, but not the best attempt at a one-pointer. This is Sean Long.
That was sloppy play by St Helens, trying to release the ball. This is the attempt from Stanley.
It was a drop goal attempt, wasn't it?
Yeah. Not much power, but the idea was there.
Well, it looks like Stanley Jean will be staying on the field, providing he goes injury-free to the end of this match, because Mick Jenkins will not be returning, is the word from Bill Arthur on side.
Well, to be fair, Stanley Jean has done a good job since he's come off the bench. Helped tighten up the defence.
Here's Long. If Will Robinson is the man who sparks Hull into action, Sean Long is certainly the man who will spark St Helens. That's a good chase led by Tommy Martin and his captain, Chris Joint.
Good kick too.
There's Carney.
It's going to be important in the second half, trying to conserve the energy.
Big hit from Cunningham on Carney there.
Whichever side gets control of the kicking game in open play, it'll make a lot of difference.
Daylight thought he was away, but Perolini got the tackle in. Stanley Jean comes this way and finds Broadbent. Jean once more. Robinson wide to MacDonald. Big run from MacDonald, and Tommy Martin had to be brave then. Robinson, little chip over the top, looking for the runners out wide, and it's come up for them too. Well, that was so near a catastrophic decision in defence.
Comedy of errors there, and I'm not so sure that that was went backwards. The knock-on went backwards. I'm not right sure what Stuart Cummings pulled that one for.
Knock-on, I think.
Well, I didn't see one.
Sculthorpe running strongly, but Dion Bird getting to him. Here's Kevin Iro.
Iro's the sort of player that can just break through this pretty solid defence. He was a bit shaky the opening 20 minutes from Hull, but they've tightened that up. And the big fellas out wide, especially Iro, they need something special from the big guys.
And in back play, Matautia and Dion Bird are exchanging blows. Some Hull players are coming in to get involved. In the meantime, this is Chris Smith, and that's a try for Saints, unless the touch judge will call them back. There was a real fight going on in back play between Bird and Matautia. They were trading blows. Hull players rushed in to Bird's assistance. At the other end, Smith carried on, put the ball down over the line. Now here's a decision for referee Stuart Cummings and his two touch judges. I think that Bird was caught by Matautia as he got back to his feet to play the ball. Wasn't happy, clutched his head there. Well, Bird went down like a sack of potatoes.
Well, the only thing I can think of is that maybe there was a stray finger just... well, there you can see... I think you'd have to say that Bird is on the losing end of Matautia. Matautia by a knockout, I think.
The penalty's going to Hull.
I think the penalty will go because Matautia lashes out first.
Okay.
Well, it's going to be no try.
Captains, please.
There's no doubt about this. The whole incident's going on report.
Well, there's only the full-back that played to the whistle, apart from Chris Smith, of course.
On the report.
Well, this will be no try.
Let's hear what the referee has to say.
An exception to and both started fighting. Now, the official, the first offence was by St Helens. All right, so straight away the try is disallowed. We're going with the penalty here. Now, both players going in the sin bin. Okay, wait there, please. Wait there, please. All right, Villa.
Two players are on the way to the sin bin. Villa, Matautia and Dion Bird will take 10 minutes to calm down. The try is disallowed. The whole incident's on report, and it's a penalty to Hull. Well, these touch judges and referees have to have eyes in the back of their heads.
Well, the touch judge certainly helped on this occasion. I know one thing, Dion Bird would be quite happy. He was wearing the skull cap.
That's right.
At least it did soften quite a few of the blows from Matautia, who, well, impressed me with the right uppercut.
Well, Dion Bird is continuing the discussion with Matautia on the St Helens bench.
A bit of claret coming out of Dion Bird's head.
No wonder.
Not surprising. Well, I think the officials have done the right thing. A lot of people say that you shouldn't use the sin bin for fighting, but that's what it's there for. They've sinned.
So they've binned.
Yeah, calm things down. Well, a bit smile from Matautia.
Well, that's what it all comes down to now. 14-12, and we've had 8 minutes of the second half.
Back to football, boys.
Game didn't need... Oh, interception! Here goes New Love. Now, has he got the pace?
No.
Terrific chase here from Carney again. Carney gets to him. He's not held. It's a try, is it?
Yes.
Is New Love on the line? It'll be a decision for the video referee.
He was not stopped. This is a try. It's a wonderful effort by the big centre, Paul Newlove. They did not halt his progress. This is quite superb.
Such strength.
They were there in numbers. I think that's on the line. What is it? Ooh, it might be short. You might be right, Eddie. Well, he didn't have the pace. Carney got back to him, the Irish flyer, but he did not halt the progress. It's whether he gets it on the line or is he short. This will be... Oh, I'd give that as a try.
How can you if he's not touched the line? On that, it doesn't look like he's touched the line.
But will the movement forward get him to the line? He doesn't appear to move the left arm.
Blimey, what a night to be a video referee this is.
Now, watch if he moves the left arm. First impact is short. I think that's a try. The momentum has taken him over. It's just like sliding over on a wet day.
He's certainly not a double movement, no doubt
Well, this will be
that.
TRY for mine. Well, he read it well. It was an inside pass, and the big fella said, I'm away. And Brian Carney will be kicking himself. He got to him, but the big fella had the upper body strength to continue on. TRY. Oh, dearie me today.
Well, it just shows you he was held short of the line, so it's first tackle to St Helens. They've got 5 more attempts here, and this is Nicol. No try, and if you wanted conclusive proof that Steve-O has no influence on the video referee, my word, you've had it tonight. St Helens then, looking for a try that's been denied them. Nicol. Hull scrambling in defence. That's 3 tackles gone. They dropped it.
Played it forward.
Dropped it, played it forward, and everything.
That's disallowed. You can't do that these days. It has to go backwards. The officials allowed it.
Saints in possession.
Controversy all over the place.
Allowed to carry on. Newlove offloads as he falls. Ball is hacked forward. Hull have got it back. Craig Simon replaces Richard Horn.
Well, this is
Daylight gets tackled by Nicol. Well, I said in the first half, don't take your eyes off the screen, because this is going to boil all the way to the 80th minute.
This is a play the ball. It went forward. Stirley walked over, but the rule states.
Yeah,
a lot of people think. Well, I suppose people would say it was accidental, but sometimes you get accidental high tackles.
Jean to Robinson, left-footed. Oh, Nicol got to him a bit late. Kick over the top, but it's not a 40-20, but it's a great clearing kick from Will Robinson just the same, turning St Helens around.
Nicol put him under a lot of pressure. He'd committed himself, nothing wrong with that. But it's come up trumps. He knows how important it is to ensure things just calm down. They're the side that have that 2-point advantage.
And they're the side with a lot of football under their belt over the past week. And St Helens have had 2 weeks to prepare for this, albeit with a new coach only for the last 4 or 5 days. We've seen that Richard Horne is off the field. St Helens are in possession with their try-scorer Paul Wellens. Let's get news of Richard Horne. Bill?
It's worrying for the Hull FC point of view, because Horne's so much a star in their performance against Wigan, and quite an influence tonight. Has limped off with what looked like a knee injury. He kept going, and was that a risky strategy, because he seemed to aggravate it, and he's been replaced. Tony Grimaldi looks as though he'll be returning for Hull very shortly. They've got him warming up on the sidelines, and that'll be a welcome sight for Hull. Grimaldi out for a long time with a neck injury.
Yes, he's had surgery on the neck, has Tony Grimaldi. And he's a little bit ahead of schedule, but he's about to come back. Referee's blown the whistle. Knock on has gone against Saints. And Kevin Iro judged to have knocked on here.
Yep, just lost it. Or did he?
Well, his hand was on it, but the ball was on the deck.
It's a sure that he lost control of that. Well, this really has been one tough encounter. Played in a wonderful spirit, apart from the little melee we had a few moments ago that saw Bird and Matauti get 10 minutes in the sin bin.
Welcome sight for Hull. Grimaldi has come on. Packed down there at loose forward. David Maiden then presumably will move to the centre. And here is Maiden, and nearly through. Martin clawing at him, but there's the club captain, Tony Grimaldi, and Sean McRae will be well pleased to see him on the field.
It's always a dangerous operation anywhere in the spine region, and it's so good to see Tony Grimaldi back on the paddock.
Stanley Jean, back it goes to Robinson. There is Zammit. Here is Craig Simon. Picked up and dumped by Perolini. Last tackle here for Hull. Stanley Jean, Robinson. It's the bomb, it's the midfield bomb. Great take. Super take by Steve Collins.
With a turnover, but what a great kick from Robinson, and Collins yet again coming into his own. He's had a fine match as a centre, Collins.
Well done, Sullivan, as well. He stuck to him like glue.
He knew he'd been...
Mind you, I think Collins caught Sullivan and the ball.
Well, he had been beaten for the football, but had the presence of mind to get back and ensure that the tackle was completed.
Cunningham scurries away again. Great run from the St Helens hooker.
So strong, isn't he? And those are valuable metres forward. Big problem for Saints, though, is that Hull are slowing the game down. You can see there that messing around at the play of the ball, it has not been picked up by the official. St Helens like a quick play of the ball.
Here's Long. Remember, both sides down to 12 men. We have 2 in the sin bin, 1 from each side. Martin hoists the kick. A tester here for Carney. He's dropped it.
Ooh. Knock on is... Well,
he's right. The ball went forward first and then went back.
Well, it's been a nightmare, hasn't it? Yeah, it's been a nightmare for the 2 wingers, Matt Daylight and Brian Carney. Oh, dearie me. Well spotted by Stuart Cummins. Bill Arthur mentioned just after half-time that Sean McRae has cut out these silly mistakes, and that certainly was one. Will they pay the price?
St Helens 10 metres away with Martin. Now here's Wellens. He fancies a hat-trick, does the young fullback. Tommy Martin a dummy half. The big fella, Iro, decisive try against Bradford Bulls at Old Trafford last year to win the grand final for St Helens. They're the champions. They're behind by 2 points. They've squandered a 12-2 lead. That came off a Hull man. It could be back to 0 on the tackle count, but this is long. Saints will think about that in a moment once this tackle is made on joint.
Good tackle by Collins, read it perfectly on this skipper from St Helens.
And the referee keeps the tackle count moving, so it didn't hit a Hull hand. Cunningham gets to his feet. Joint, back it goes to Long, looping pass looking for Sculthorpe. Back on the inside, too elaborate. Perolini put it down. Grimaldi has it for Hull. This is Maiden. And it's going from one end to the other, this game. Pulsating stuff. Great game.
Big hit there by Tommy Martin. Back on the inside, Perolini, and they just stopped. It allowed Grimaldi to get Maiden away. They did well, Saints, to come back. The scrambling defence was great.
Collins gets to his feet. Stanley Jean is the dummy half.
Another Cumberland throw by Tommy Martin.
This time on Wayne MacDonald. Here's Robinson. Hull are rolling forward. Broadbent hit that at pace. Cunningham did well.
Good job that Cunningham went high.
Robinson again now. Saw a little gap. Quickly closed by Tuilangi.
There's been some heroic efforts by the players out there from both sides in defence.
A kick slipped through by Craig Simon. Wellens read it perfectly.
You can't fault him, can you? His positional play superb yet again. It must impress that man Ian Millward, the new coach.
Desperate to get off to a winning start. The most toughest of places to come to face a former St Helens coach in Sean McRae and this revitalised Hull side.
Now then, who can dig the deepest? That's what it's going to boil down to. It's been a tough encounter out there. And it's in the big boys up front. It's the pack that's going to lead them the way. The half break by the forwards. There's plenty of pace out there from both sides to take advantage of that. But you get the feeling, Eddie, that it'll be a mistake, a missed tackle that'll create it.
Awesome pace from Iro. And he sold the dummy, but he's been forced into touch. Super defence again from Hull. Iro's elbow over the whitewash. Great defence this time from Daylight.
Well, he came up with a vital mistake in that first half, but that was a superb tackle. It meant that his side have possession. It's ticking away. Only 2 points in it. Surely there's got to be a break. Newlove had the opportunity and certainly took it, but they went against him. They said he was a no try. Dubious decision, perhaps. There'll be a lot of talk about that after this match.
A drive in is by Luke Felsh. Stanley Jean to the big man MacDonald. Such a difficult figure to put down. Look to offload, no support. Last tackle here for Hull. It's with Stanley Jean. Now it's with Robinson. Little dab over the top. Oh, there's chases here. There's chases for Hull. And it's a good job that Sullivan got there. He brought Carney to ground.
He's made a mistake. Sullivan has come up with a big blooper. This could change the match.
3 metres from the line with Robinson. Robinson disappears under Matautia's challenge.
It was a big one too.
Stanley Jean, Hull sensing something. Felsh spinning but hitting the ground after the tackle from Martin. Stanley Jean again. Here's Broadbent, tackled by Tuilangi. Releases the ball, and Kieran Cunningham and St Helens breathe a sigh of relief.
Trying to be too clever there, the big prop forward, Paul Broadbent. Got a lot of attention around him and trying to get the ball away. Oh, that's a dodgy one. Tuilangi, they're all at it now. But this is a boo-boo from Sullivan. They got away with it. He'll be pleased. And this, you see, Broadbent trying to get it away. Tuilangi got the hand in, went backwards. This is turning out into a real arm wrestle. Who has got the most strength? Who's got the stamina to last it? They must be out on their feet, both of them.
Booming kick downfield from Sean Long. Zammit has to collect on his own line. Hoppy just on the field leads the chase. Gets to Zamet, but he made 20 metres before the tackle was complete.
Good substitute by Ian Millwood there. Bring on fresh legs. Hoppy, an experienced player, just could be the difference. Those fresh pair of legs just can get that break.
And here comes Luke Felch again for Hull. No, I beg pardon, it's Tony Grimaldi. Haven't seen much of him this season. This now is McDonald again. He ran all over the top of Hoppy.
I think Hull are quite happy to stick it out. Not the best pass, though.
Robinson. Simon. They've got away with it. Dion Bird. High kick because it was on the last. Zamet's after it, and Zamet's claimed it. Now he is tackled, and the movement comes to naught.
Well, again, having problems with the high kick from Robinson, and on that occasion from Bird, should I say. But again, St. Helens' scrambling defence is equal to it. Hyro makes the break.
Simon got to him. Quick play the ball. Chris Smith. Quiet tonight, Chris Smith. And it's not really been the night yet for the three quarters to show their worth. It's been a real war of attrition up front. And here comes Sculthorpe now, stabs it into open territory. Zamet is there to sweep up.
Good positioning by Ben Zamet. Wasn't a bad little option as well from the loose forward, Paul Sculthorpe. Oh, the mistake! Was it reefed out, or did he just lose it? I think he just lost it.
St. Helens in possession with Cunningham. Here's Sculthorpe. On it goes now to Long. Long looking for the opening, and Long has conjured it up. Long will score behind the posts. Sean McRae knows his men have come up with a blunder, and against the Saints, you cannot afford to give them that sort of opportunity so close to the line. Millwood hands an instruction down to the pitch, but Sean Long has scored his first try of Super League 5, and Saints wrestle the lead back once again.
Well, St. Helens must think it's Christmas. And it's Carney that's come up with a mistake. It's been a nightmare for both the wingers, Daylight and Carney. They really have become Father Christmas, these two wingers for St. Helens. Yet again, a mistake has allowed St. Helens to go in front. You take your opportunities, and Sean Long certainly did this. He poaches what could be the winning try.
23 years of age, Sean Long, right behind the sticks. And Sean McRae knows that you cannot give Sean Long opportunities like that. So he tries to improve matters, makes no mistake from bang in front, and the lead has swung again in St. Helens' favour this time. Hull 14, the champions 18.
Well, they look dispirited, and you can see that the defence is sucked in. They pulled through, nothing they could do about it. Sean Long had the pace. They just run out of numbers. They look somewhat dispirited. The scrambling defence from Hull has been so good, and yet Carney comes up with another mistake.
Well, tonight at the Boulevard, Sean Long has passed the 700-point mark for St. Helens. From Wigan via Widnes, he arrived at St. Helens. What a prize asset he now is to this club.